The Stage Door Show, celebrating the independent artist. Hosted by Dave Hondell.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Stage Door tonight. This is Dave Hondell. I've got a great guest with me tonight. All the way from the United Kingdom, we have Gemma Louise Doyle, who is an international singer-songwriter. So good evening, Gemma.
Good evening. Lovely to be with you. Thank you, Dave.
Absolutely, and thank you for joining us tonight. You know, I was doing a lot of research on you and noticed that you travel all over the world to perform, including Las Vegas, London, major cruise lines, Australia. I mean, many places. So talk about your travels and and some of the shows that you've done recently before the coronavirus hit us here.
Yeah, so I've been a professional music artist, mostly for events. I've done 2,500 shows around the world now.
Wow.
I love to connect with different nationalities because I like to bring people together. I believe that we're all one. I also really love Americans, just in my heart and soul. So that's why I wanted to reach out to yourself. And yeah, it's been my passion all of my life. And I believe that music is magic. And I feel that music artists are here with a talent to inspire people and to help people. I think music is really powerful around the world, which is why I pursue this career.
And to talk about the coronavirus, that's the unfortunate thing that the world is going through right now. And I know it's making people having to cope with things that they've never had to cope with for the most part. But how are you handling the situation?
Yeah, it's been really challenging, especially after you've put so much time and energy and all your life. It's your full-time career for music artists and especially performers. Most of what I do is quite full on, so I'll be traveling 10 to 24 hours on the road every week. Sometimes I'll be doing 4 or 5 different cities in the same week, and then I'd really managed to achieve some of my goals just early this year of getting some really good shows, and then suddenly just to be hit with this thing that's totally out of our control and our hands, and to have all of that taken away, the love and joy of uplifting people with live music. And then you're like, okay, so what do we do now? But stuck here, I've been through a lot of challenges in my life already. I'm 28 now, and it's been quite a rocky journey to get to where I am. So I think those things have made me stronger. And I feel that right now is an opportunity. It's a great time of opportunity in 2 ways. I feel that music artists are now able to be more creative, and create new music and to bring people live streams and things, and also focus on music videos, perhaps if you have those facilities. I also believe that maybe because music can really help people, it's something that we need to be giving out more. I think it would be wrong for any music artist to sit there and give up and think, okay, so I'm going to just wait around and watch television and eat popcorn for the next few months. I think it's better that we see, okay, so the world needs us to entertain people and to keep them going and uplift people's spirits during this time. So that's what I'm currently dealing with is how can I reach more people, and how can I connect and engage people through social media like Facebook and YouTube and all of those different platforms, Instagram and things. And I'm just every day posting on Instagram, like today, trying to send some inspirational messages and also some music and photos, and doing all that I can, really. As you were mentioning earlier, Dave, music artists have to be full of different skills, and as they say here in the UK, I don't know about over there, but they say like you wear lots of different hats. So you can be the marketing person and the business person and the creative person and lots of different things all in one.
Yeah, I mean that's great. You know, the inspirational messages that you have on your website too is amazing. You have so many inspirational messages, and also your music is inspirational as well. And talk about some of the music that you have out there. I know there's a couple songs that we're going to be promoting on the podcast, but one of them is "Reason." Talk about that song and what the message is there.
Yeah, so I like a lot of different genres of music. I like to be very versatile, as I feel that there's a lot people like different styles, don't they, all around the world. And some of the main influences that I like are kind of cinematic and film music soundtracks, and also pop music, alternative music, ballads, and a little bit of rock music. So if anybody listening knows a band called Evanescence, they were really, really big in the 90s, and I'm sure that they're still creating music right now. I kind of like their style. And then there's a few others like Globus and a guy called Ivan Torrent who's in Germany. They create more like film music. So that's the kind of thing that I'm trying to do. Honestly, I found it really difficult as a singer to find the right people to collaborate with. Especially because I've been really successful in my events and performing cover songs all the time, I haven't had a lot of time it takes to really get out there and find the right people to collaborate with. However, you mentioned the song Reason, which you're very kindly going to play for everybody today. This song is one which I wrote and co-created with one of my close friends, Tony, in the UK, in London. He was a former member of rock band Iron Maiden, and he was also in a band called Cutting Crew, who had a really big #1 hit with I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight, if anyone knew that. I think it was quite big in the US. Yeah. So he's an amazing songwriter and a really lovely, good-hearted person. So we wrote this song together in his studio in London, and we released it in 2016. It was my first song. I nearly gave up the will to live when I was trying to find the best distribution platform. Everything changes all the time in this industry. You think you've got your hands on it, you think you know what you're doing, and then they change everything, with the algorithms and the social media channels, and there's more things growing and developing all the time, which is what has to happen in the world. But I finally released the song and managed to get this onto the iTunes charts in the UK, on the alternative charts in 2016. So I really hope everybody likes it.
And when I opened my eyes, I saw you waiting by my side, ready there to set me free. Would you be
amazing. And just talking about collaboration, you're collaborating with some heavy hitters, and that's great for your career. And then also the fact that you mentioned how things keep changing, and we talk about that in almost every show that I do. The fact that the streaming services and how things have changed, in the music business, but not only just recently, but it keeps changing, like you said, every year.
Yeah.
And the streaming services out there, that we have Spotify and SoundCloud and the rest, iTunes. iTunes is even, seems to be phasing into Apple Music and different things that are changing there as well. But with that change, are you finding it challenging as a artist to kind of reinvent yourself, and not only just your music, but also your brand, to kind of stay ahead of the others?
I guess it's just a lot of time learning and researching, which I'm good at doing. I was very studious at school, if I may say so, but it's really difficult, and it can be hard because, like I said, if you're an independent artist and you don't have a manager, you don't have a social media team, you don't have producers, and you have to find all of the people yourself that you want to work with, to keep on top of the social media platforms changing all the time is really challenging. And I really feel for everybody that's in our situation. So I'm grateful for anyone like yourself, Dave, who can help, at least provide a platform for people like us. Because like I said, it's a lot of time. It's very time consuming and quite complicated to mostly because they change the algorithms all the time. So you don't know what actually works. You can study it and learn the patterns, but then that expires throughout time. You have to find out what's new, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it does.
I'll be honest,
yeah.
It's not something that I have mastered yet. I don't know how to get lots of the right followers. I feel that it seems as though you have to invest money, and it's a case of who has the most money, and also who knows how to use like Facebook ads and all of that kind of thing nowadays, which is not, it's something that I want to start, but I have to learn first. And with the time that we have, it's another string to your bow, as they say in the UK. You have to, it's another skill to figure out, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you're I mean, one thing I gotta tell you, I'm impressed with your website. You do a great job on your website.
Thank you.
Photography and just your brand. I mean, it's very well done, and I think that it's something that people can definitely learn from. So tell people how they can go to your website and how they can find you on social media.
So if anybody would like to find out more, if you like any inspiration, if you enjoy my music, or you like to connect with me for any collaborations, I am very open and honest and a very loving person. So do get in touch. You can Google search Gemma Louise Doyle. I think, Dave, you may have my name on your platform.
Absolutely. But we're going to post that in your social media as well. A lot of people that go onto your website, they'll be able to see everything, and it's like a very well done website, and very, very pleasing to the eye, as far as the fonts and the color, everything.
All the links there are to all the social media channels are on my website. But if people want to find me on one platform in particular, then if they search my name, Gemma Louise Doyle, they should be able to find me there. And if they want to send me a little message or follow me, I'll follow them back. It all helps each other.
That's great. Yeah, it certainly does. The one thing I want to talk about, The Stars Are With Us as well, another single that you have out, and talk about that song, and just the name of the song itself. It sounds like it's inspirational.
So I feel that there's more to life than just what we physically see and the world that we currently live in. I believe that we're connected to a higher power, and I'm not going to define that, because some different people have various religions and things, or some people don't have any religion. But I do believe that we all have intuition and we all have an instinct and that we all have a reason and a purpose to be here in the world. So the stars are with us is kind of a way of reflecting on that and reminding people that they have the power inside of them to follow their heart and listen to that guidance and create whatever they want to be and become who they were born in this world to be. So that's kind of what that song is about, which I wrote.
Perfect night, can't you see? There are things which will set you free. Let the music take you away to a different place today. The love is all around you. Can you feel it inside? When you look inside your heart, the truth is there you'll find. Ever-changing world, looked at with an open mind. Anything can happen when you let your heart decide.
That's amazing. That's great. The other thing in listening to some of your video or watching your videos, I noticed that you do some major events as well. Not just venues, musical venues, but you also play some major corporate events, and that draws thousands of people. And so, talk about performing in that type of setting, because it seems to me like you have a huge audience when you do those.
Well, it's my passion. It's something that I've always loved since I was a little girl, and I've learned to be a business person as well, and how to sell myself. So I would like to have other people helping, and perhaps some management if the right people ever found me and felt it was in their heart. But I've done, like I said, 2,500 shows now. Some of them I've performed with big celebrities like Jimmy Osmond, the Kaiser Chiefs, Iron Maiden, Ed Sheeran, who else have I been with? Like Peter Andre, McFly. I'm not sure whether they were really famous in America as well. But yeah, I've sang for. I've held my own shows for 1,000 people. I've sang for like 36,000 people at Christmas Light Switch Hands, and I kind of find the bigger the better is often the case, but it always depends on the people and whether they, most audiences really feel the energy that I give off from my live performances, and that's what keeps us alive. I think that's what gives music artists and singers a reason to get out of bed in the morning and go out there, and that's why I look forward to the days when we can all get out and do that again.
Yeah, and what are you working on now during the quarantine, while we're still kind of in our homes, and are you getting more time to write more music?
Yes, I am currently trying to find the right people. I'm connecting with a few music artists that might want to collaborate with me, and producers, and I'm trying to find the right avenues and pathways to collaborate with composers and things. I'm also hosting live concerts on Facebook and YouTube, so if anybody would like to listen to them, there's some available. I will be performing on Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays. If you send me a message or go to my website or have a look on Facebook and YouTube under Gemma Louise Doyle, you'll be able to watch those, and that's kind of, I think that, like I said earlier, bringing people music and uplifting their hearts and their spirits at this time is really important. So it's something that I'm trying to do, and I believe that we all should be doing, really.
Yeah, I mean that's very true. And this is definitely a time where we need that inspiration. And again, like I said earlier, people go to your website, they'll see nothing but inspiration, on your music and your words and everything that you have on your website. It's very well done there. So, Gemma, I just wish you nothing but the best in your career. And if there's anything we can do at the stage door to, I want to have you on again at some point. So. Please, you're welcome anytime on my show. Anything you want to promote, just, reach out. We'll definitely do that anytime. If you have something new, we'll definitely put it out there for you. Again.
Yeah. I forgot to mention as well, if anyone's interested, I've just recorded a new album that's coming out in about 2 weeks' time, and that is called See the Light, which I think has come at a good time. It's about seeing the light through the challenges, really. So most of the songs on there are inspirational and a little bit of rock and like cinematic music. So if anybody would like to order one of those, they're on my website as well, or you can send me a message and I'll help you out to get one of those.
So See the Light, and that's you said it comes out in the next couple of weeks?
Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you,
everybody go to Gemma Louise Doyle's website, and make sure you look out for See the Light. Again, you're going to check out all kinds of music on her website, and Gemma, you have like all kinds of stuff from that music that you recorded a lot of different material out there, and also on streaming services. So there's a lot of material that people can go check out. Again, like I said, anything we can promote for you, we're happy to do it.
That's really kind of you. I think it's really wonderful what you're doing. So thank you from all the music artists for your help. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you. Thank you for spending the time and taking the time tonight to be on the Stage Door Show. We really appreciate the time, and also thank you to all the listeners out there. And I'm sure there's going to be listeners in the UK and all over the world that love your music. So we're looking forward to having them as our listeners as well, so they can see what we're doing to promote the independent artists out there. So I appreciate that. So, I hope, wish you nothing but the best, and please stay safe during this, the pandemic that we're going through as a world. And this will definitely end, and we just have to all be safe and take care of one another, and be kind to one another. And again, go to Gemma's website and see all the inspirational messages that she has out there and her beautiful music. Have a great night.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah, you as well. Take care now. Good night, everybody.